Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Beth with Create with Beth, and I hope that you were able to check out my earlier videos in my series, The 5 Days of Halloween. We had some great projects that we did together, and I really enjoyed making them and sharing the ideas with you. If you haven't had a chance to check those out, go back and check out the last 4 days and see what I had to offer. I wanted to go back through real quick and show the projects that we made together in case you missed it. This was day 1. So cute, feminine card. And day 2 was also a feminine card, created with products from scrapbook.com. And then that was day 2. This is day 3, made with some old Lawn Fawn stamps and dies. And day 4, which was yesterday, we used some more Lawn Fawn products to create this really cute pumpkin card. So we'll set those aside and we'll get going on today, the final day. So I want to bring in my Pearl Basic Jewels first and color these with Cajun Craze, and I want to do it now to give them a chance to dry so that at the end of the card when we're ready to use them we won't have a problem with them smearing. Okay, we'll set those aside and we will bring in the bits and pieces we'll be using for this card. So you're going to need a Cajun Craze card base that measures 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Okay, there's that. You're going to need a piece for the inside that measures 3 3/4 by 5. You're going to need a piece that I think I'm going to have to cut down now that I'm looking at it. This is a heavyweight white cardstock. Excuse me, and I'm going to trim this down because obviously I don't have the right measurement here. So let's cut about 1/4 of an inch off of this. And let me check to see if this is, yeah, that's the right size. Okay, let me give you the measurement for this. This is 5 inches by 3 3/4. And then I have a piece of black cardstock that's just a hair bigger on all 4 sides. I didn't really measure it. I'll put the exact measurements on my blog when I put the do the blog post. And then we're going to need some pieces of pattern paper. These are from the Sweet Boo paper collection. I have 5 pieces, 5 strips that are varying lengths, but they are 1 inch width. Just different ones to show off that cool paper. And then I just have a 1/2 inch strip of that paper for the inside. And then for our focal image, we have a piece of Cajun Craze that I cut from the Spellbinders Nestabilities Labels 9 dies. And this is the 3rd from the largest. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our stamping on the inside first. I'm going to bring in Cajun Craze. Set these bits over here so we don't get ink on them. And I am using the Halloween Wishes from the Sweet Boo set. Oh, and I messed that up. That did not stamp good. Let's try again. There we go. Okay. We do not need any more Cajun Craze, so we'll put that away. And then we're going to bring in that 1/2 inch strip. And we'll glue this to the bottom of our card. And this is just going to help bring the outside of our card to the inside. There we go. We'll trim off the excess. Oops, and I got extra glue on there. Okay, we'll bring in our card base and go ahead and put this inside panel in our card. There's that. Okay, we're going to bring in the thick white cardstock, heavyweight white cardstock, and those strips. And what we're going to do is glue these onto our paper here. Just like that. And they're going to butt right up next to each other with no gaps. These papers are so cute. I've really enjoyed playing with this paper pack. I don't have hardly any left now though. I might have to get another one. Okay, and they should all fit if we cut them correctly, but if any overhangs, we can trim it off. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and trim off the excess on our sides. And we have a little bit hanging off the bottom, but I'm not going to worry about that. I don't think it will cause a problem. Okay, so now we'll bring in that black piece and mount this onto that. There we go. We're going to set this aside to dry while we work on the sentiments. So I'll bring in the die cut piece and my anti-static powder tool. And we're going to be doing some heat embossing. We have Versamark ink. And I'm using the sentiment "Have a Spooky Season." Okay. We're going to bring in black embossing powder. Making a mess as usual. Okay, I have to go off camera for just a minute to emboss this, and I'll be right back. Okay, there is our embossed piece. So cute. So let's clean this up real quick. All right, let's bring our card back and our panel, and we're going to go ahead and mount this to our card base. And we're going to bring dimensionals in and pop up our sentiment. And we'll put that right about there. And finally, we're ready to add our jewels. They should be dry by now. Put 2 down here and 1 up here. And that completes our card. Super simple, but packs quite a punch with all that pattern paper and the embossing. I think it turned out so cute. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed this series that I created with you, and I hope it provided some inspiration and some fun and inspired you to go out and create your own Halloween cards. Thanks everyone for stopping by. Please give me a like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye.